I want to talk about some money, right? So there's this woman, she's making $9 million a year. $9 million a year from a business that she started from home. So I don't know what this business is, but this is something that was covered by CNBC. And so I thought it'd be interesting to talk about. So I'm going to play it and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's rock out.
Found kind of a way to make money. I always knew it was like a stepping stone to something bigger. I'm doing what I truly enjoy, and it also happens to be making money. My name is Jenny. I'm 28 years old, and my handbag brand Freya has brought in $9 million in 1 year.
Hold on. Let me address this real quick. Hold on. You said you went live early because you got something lined up. Nah, man, I ain't got nothing lined up, bro. Well, I do got something lined up, but it ain't what you think it is. I gotta bump some shoulders and shake some hands, man, at this cigar lounge later today. Actually, once I get done with this live stream, so I have to get dressed and I gotta head over there to Scottsdale. So I mean, yeah, so I do got something lined up, but not that though, bro.
Freya is a handbag brand. We specialize in making really classic, timeless, and functional pieces to support women in their everyday endeavors. So we originally started as a work bag brand, and then now we have kind of a pretty full collection of everyday bags, shoulder bags, mini bags. I wanted to create a brand that I wanted to see in the world. So doing everything really slow, intentional, being really transparent in everything. Numbers-wise, we have a profit margin of about 20 to 25% after all our expenses. We had positive cash flow for the first time.
Hold on, you said that's after you paid all your expenses. That's what your profit is. Contractors 640,000, manufacturing 1.8 mil, materials 500K, advertising 3.2 mil, shipping and logistics 1 mil. Software 200K. After all of that, profit 9.3. That's not bad. And that's from November 2023 all the way to October 2024. Yo, how much are those bags going for? That's my question.
And end of 2023. I started Freya after a really, really stressful night of interview prep when I couldn't find a suitable bag. I didn't really have like any great options. I was trying to bring a change of clothes. I was trying to bring my laptop, my portfolio, shoes. So I needed everything to have its own kind of compartment. And I wanted straps that could go over my coat because this was February. I was scheduled for a full day of interviews. I show up in the morning carrying like a cotton tote bag, didn't get the job. I had a problem that I wanted to solve and I thought I could do it well.
So first and foremost, one lesson right now. If you are starting a business, and you're trying to learn or you're trying to grow your business, one of the biggest things that you have to focus on is solving a problem for people, solving an issue. That's probably one of the best ways that you are going to actually start making money. Solve a problem that people may not even know that they fucking have yet. But once you figure that out and then you start to put it out there to the world, you should be straight. And she's living proof of that.
I used that to pay my way through grad school. And then it was also the seed money I used to start Freya. I started Googling, sample makers based in New York, went through a couple. I found one based in Brooklyn, reached out to her, and then I started sourcing materials. Went to go pick up the sample. Well, it was not impressive. That was actually very sad. It looked like a kindergartner's art project, but now I know, at least I know what I'm working with. I'm like, okay, there was a lot that I didn't communicate up front too, and my sketches were honestly like not much to work off of, so I get it.
UX design.
I'm like, okay, I tried making this in New York. I'm going back to China anyway. Let me try finding a sample maker in China. So I asked around my circle and I got connected with a sourcing agent. There were some requirements. I was like, want to be able to know like where everything's sourced. I want to know how much everyone's paid. I want to be able to visit. I wanted Freya to kind of be my way of showing the world this is what made in China can look like. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm proud to be Chinese. I don't hide that we're made in China on our website. I don't think there's anything to hide, and I'm really proud of that. And then I picked the one that, they took the longest to deliver a sample, but they were very communicative, which is something I was looking for. And we are still working with the same factory today, 4 years later. I present to you version 1 of the linear tote. And then after a year, this is what it was supposed to look like. I decided to use vegan leather, animal leather. You know, like I didn't really feel confident in sourcing and making sure that no one was harmed in making it. So I decided not to go that route.
Okay, so she was selling them for $278 a pop. Ooh, wait. But look though, also understand this too, though. Understand this too. She's solving the problem. Guess what? How many purse companies do you know? How many purse companies do you know? And this goes with damn near all the businesses. All of them, bro. Everybody's selling the damn same thing. Everybody's selling the ebook. Everybody's selling purses. Everybody's selling shoes. Everybody's selling hats. Everybody's selling shirts, pants, socks, whatever the case may be. Everybody's selling it. There's a market for all of this shit. You just have to know what you're solving, right? Because they buying. Not only are they buying from the person, but they have to also buy. What they're also buying is the problem that's being solved. She solved the problem. She was like, you know what? Let's make it luxury. On top of that, she said, listen, I'm proud to be a Chinese woman. So therefore, you know, I'm pretty sure she has that behind the brand too. I'm pretty sure she has that in her mission statement as well, or somewhere along the lines of why she started this entire business. And a lot of people, they align with it and boom, started buying from her.
Into producing our first batch. So that included all ordering our materials, ordering hardware, paying our factory, labor costs, and then shipping the bags to us. It actually started as a blog way before we had any product because, you know, we're going to launch, we're a no-name brand, no one knows about us, there's no reviews. Why would you buy from us? I had to give people a reason to buy into the brand and my story. So I thought,
what I just say? They buy you. First of all, they buy you. You are the person that they're buying from. What is your story? How do people align with it? What problem are you solving for these people? At the end of the day, you are the brand. They're buying you. It's not necessarily the product. Let's look at the fucking product. It's basic as shit, but it does have this luxury vibe to it. But at the end of the day, how many persons do you know? How many people you see with purses that look basic as shit or it has this luxury vibe to it? What was the reason for them buying it? You are the brand at the end of the day. You are. And let me see if I can see it. It says, in a world that values growth and finding the next bigger, better, faster thing. Yeah, faster thing. I wanted to build something high quality, slow, meaningful, and personal. 3 years and 28 batches later, it's safe to say we found a tight-knit community of individuals who feel the same way, even though we only launch a few products every year, because sometimes the simplest things are the hardest to perfect. You keep choosing us and cheering us on. Seriously, thank you. Freja has been self-funded from the beginning, and let me see. Yeah, with no outside investment, which allows us to do things our way at our pace. My goal from day one has been to make the best bags only for the people who want them, and to be positive and to be a positive impact on every pair of hands involved in building your bags and the brand. Freja is a love letter to the dreamers. We exist to advocate for a meaningful, inclusive, and sustainable future, to empower like-minded people and brands, and to create beautiful, modern, functional bags that bring a smile to your face. P.S. If you'd like to reach me, my personal inbox is always open. There you go. Got her target market right there.
Let me just share exactly what we're doing. Like, let me share.
He's telling you it's not for everybody. It's for the people who actually want it. So I'm not just throwing this out here. She's letting you know I only put out a certain amount of bags each and every year. So which gives that FOMO, feeling the missing out, also that exclusivity. It's like, hey, if you are able to get this bag, you are part of that exclusive community because there's only a certain amount that you can only get in the year. And if you want to support the fact that all of this is done through me, I didn't have no outside investment. This is all from my own dollar bill and my own hard work. People can get behind that type of shit. Like, damn, this is all you. And this kind of aligns with, I know I always got to tie back in the Courtnee Edgar show. And this is why I like tying in the Courtnee Edgar show too. I want to make sure that I maintain, as I continue to keep growing, as I continue to keep building, I want to make sure that the people that's really rocking with me, hold up. Yeah, I want to make sure with the Courtnee Edgar show that when we do start to get sponsors and brands, I want to make sure that I maintain 100% creative control, because nobody is finna tell me what I can and can't do on my own channel, what I can and can't say on my own fucking channel. We ain't doing that over here. So I rock with her in that aspect. I do.
Share every sample. Let me share everything that went wrong and like all the changes that we're making to the designs. I think I collected 2,000 emails. I was like, oh, 2,000 people are in line. I only have 300 bags. Send out an email. Not a single person buys. I'm like, okay. My launch plan failed spectacularly. I couldn't afford to not make it work, and I had to find a way to sell those. Customer acquisition wise, I think for Freya, it was really, really slow for the first 2 years. I think a lot of our initial following like saw an ad and then clicked into our Instagram profile and started following us, following the story, following our newsletter. First month was okay. We sold like 20 or so. Next month, same.
From there, yeah, from the 300,000 she saved for Freya, 100,000 went to her living expenses. Nice.
I had enough to live off of maybe for 1 or 2 years runway. Our rent, I was splitting with my ex at the time. That was $1,200 a month. Honestly, beyond that in food, like I didn't have any expenses, didn't go out. I think after 6 months in, we would start breaking even. So I didn't have to dig into the old savings pile anymore.
Nice. Ended up 2020 bringing 90,000 in total annual sales. Jenny packed and shipped every Freya order herself for her 2-bedroom apartment.
People really wanted more, and I didn't have money to produce them.
Jenny took out $137 loan from Shopify to order more bags for her factory.
That really helped.
Shopify?
Kind of pay
Shopify take loans? Shopify take loans? I didn't know that.
Big batch because I had a little bit of money. The good thing about Shopify is you'll pay back 17% of everything you make. They'll just take it off the top, so you don't really need to worry about it.
Right, into 2021 with 533,000 in annual sales.
When I graduated from grad school, I believe the going salary for UX designer in New York was approximately like 86 to 90K. So I'm like, you know what? I'd never had to get a job. I made my own job, and I will pay myself exactly what I would have made otherwise. I think 2 years in, I saw someone wearing a Freya bag in New York City, and that was such a big moment. I ran up to her, we chatted. I think Freya really came together when I stopped trying to be like other brands. Like in the beginning, I would try to emulate a lot of brands that I looked up to, and I like try to speak in their tone. Transparency has been one of our core values from the very, very beginning, ever since we started as a blog. Why not share exactly how much it costs to make a Freya bag? We did a round of price increases our second year because I didn't really know how to price our products. So I increased everything by $20. I sent out an email telling everyone like, hey, just letting you know, like we will be increasing the prices of our bags by this much. We're not going to do that until, end of next month. So if you want to get your bag now's your chance. Everything we earned was invested like straight back into the business, straight back into more inventory. And then 2023, November, we had a really big Black Friday sale. And then all of the money that we invested into that inventory was like actually profit. So that was the first time we actually had money in the bank to kind of play around with. I think it worked because we were so niche in the beginning, and we really appealed to.
I'm gonna read that in a minute. Snow, what up with it?
Right
what
now,
up with it, Snow?
Expanding our customer
Ain't
base,
seen you
but
in a
our
minute.
core customer from the beginning was very specific, and I think that's what got us through the first couple of years.
But if y'all truly aren't listening, for the people, for the real ones who are actually trying to build something, the ones who are actually trying to grow, there's a few key things that she also said that I hope y'all got. One, when you starting your business, it's not gonna happen immediately. You're not instantly gonna start making a whole bunch of fucking money. You're not. It's gonna take time. And if you do it the right way, if you do it the proper way, and you don't start spending your money and you start investing back into the business, so that way your business can actually scale. Understand, rule of thumb is you probably will start breaking even somewhere in between 2.5 to 3 years. That's where you start breaking even. After those 3 years is then when you start to actually make some profit off of your product. So you have to be willing to stay down for a hot little second to get your shit going, to really understand your brand, understand your voice, who you are, what the brand actually means. That's the same thing with the Courtnee Edgar Show. Bro, we still in the early stages of the Courtnee Edgar Show. We in the beginning stages of this shit. We ain't even there yet. We're still growing. We're still figuring things out. We're still trying to really hone in and tight knitting what the voice is and what this brand is. We're still toning it in, and we're still in the early stage of that, right? And this is the same thing. And this is the same thing with this. So it ain't about. So trust me, whatever idea that you have, somebody already thought about it. What really happens is the action that you take. If you take action on it, mind you, whatever you thought about, somebody already thought about it before. They just haven't took action on it. So if you got that same idea, guess what? Just take action on it. Just start moving towards it. Just start building on it. Just start throw the fucking plane, let that bitch fly, and you start building it as it's flying. Straight up. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Space. That's a great goal, bro. That's a great goal. I'm gonna read that super chat in a minute, bro. That's a great goal.
I didn't start Freya to be acquired. I started because I wanted a creative outlet that I could turn into my job. I think now, maybe this year, I can start calling myself designer, because in the past, I'm like, not sure if I am yet, but this year I'm like, okay, I think we've hit a stride. I think I can call myself designer now.
There you go. 500 is still the only full time.
If I were to go back in time and tell 24-year-old Jenny one piece of advice, I would tell her to really follow her intuition. Trust yourself. You already have everything it takes. Here I am, year 5. Definitely underestimated what we did in the last 5 years, but I'm just glad we kept going.
I'm gonna have to find her product. I'm like, hey man, listen, shorty, let's work together. I ain't gonna win none of your bags today. That's the women.
Community events, really connecting with people that make this all possible. People show up to events with their Freya bag, telling me like, hey, this was my birthday present or something like that. I also want to partner with anything that empowers young women to chase their dream. I think that's what Freya embodies. It's like, hey, you can do it too. You can do what you want, and you can
it can still work. She said she empower women. I empower people, men and women. I empower men and women. That's it. But in all reality, though, this is dope, bro. This is straight. This is dope. I love to see it. I love to see when people are doing this. They're actually going after what it is that they want. Also, they're actually putting in the necessary work. What y'all also didn't understand, I know some people didn't catch it. She ain't have no expenses either. She ain't have no real bills that she was paying either. So that's also a factor, considering the fact that it's purses though. So the luxury brand, so she knew she was gonna have to spend a pretty penny in order to get it started, but she wasn't gonna let that stop her. So shout out to her, bro. Shout out to her. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, dog.